Warning: the real you doesn't depend on your various social media connections. Neither is it tied to the amount of likes you receive from friends. When it comes to meeting the real you, many questions are raised, but the truth is that the real you is connected to how well you answer three important questions about life.
Hello, this is Donald Jenkins, your Real You coach, and I'm excited that you decided to take some time out of your busy schedule to get some very important insight that I'm sure that by the end of this video, you're going to find to be of great value to you. So before I get started, let me make this statement. The last thing that I'm here to do is to waste your time. Listen, time is important. And the last thing that I'm going to do is waste your time because I don't want people to waste my time. I promise you that the things that you're going to learn in this video are going to be things that you never heard of before. They're going to be things that you're going to see that I'm not here to duplicate something that you're already doing. So let's start with that picture that you see on the board. That picture is a picture that I took almost 9 years ago after ending a 20-year marriage that left me homeless and broke. And every time I look at that picture, it reminds me of the state that I was in at that particular point in time of my life. It's the fact that I was so broke that I couldn't afford to hire a coach to help me turn my setback into a comeback. So I began to coach myself on how to turn this setback that I was experiencing at this stage of my life into my greatest comeback. And the things that I learned are the things that I want to share with you. The things that I learned in that particular stage of my life are things that you need to hear, because what I discovered was that the lessons that I learned in this dark season of my life was lessons that wasn't talked about in some of the success motivation circles and spiritual growth circles that I had been running in for years. Listen, I've been a student of personal growth and personal development pretty much all my adult life. And I learned some things during this very difficult time of my life that let me know that there were some things about me that I didn't realize. I thought I was living the best version of who I was. And I discovered that I wasn't living up to my full potential. So let's start with the first lesson that I'm sure is going to be an eye-opener for you. And that number one is that life don't care about your circumstances. That's a harsh reality, tough pill to swallow. But I learned that in the trenches. Is that, even though I was broke, homeless, trying to figure out what I was going to eat from day to day, life didn't care. Sometimes I was wondering if people cared. But I'm going to tell you right now, life did not care about my circumstances. And I had to figure out how to digest that reality that I was beginning to face on a regular basis. Life was only concerned about my ability to answer three important questions about life. And I'm going to tell you right now, prior to me going through this process, I discovered that I wasn't answering these questions. And these questions are very critical because they determine your degree of success in your future. They determine who you are. They determine where you're going to go in life. So I learned quickly that I needed to start answering these questions that life was trying to get me to answer. So it led me to understand another reality that was tough for me to swallow, and that is life was just waiting on the real me to show up. That's right. It brought these three questions to my forefront, to my focus, because it was trying to get me to focus on the real me. There were things that I didn't know about the real me. And I'm going to tell you right now is that life is waiting on you to discover the real you. Here's another reality that you're going to have to face. Is that you're going to meet the real you one way or another in your life. It's up to you to determine when and how you meet the real you. Because if you don't have a formal introduction to the real you, life is going to create circumstances that's going to force you to find the real you. But I learned that finding the real you doesn't always have to be painful. In other words, you don't have to wait till your life is falling apart to find the real you. That's the reason why I created, this entire process, the Real You coaching program, because I wanted to give people a formal introduction to the real you. I didn't think that everyone had to experience what I had to experience in order to meet this powerful experience, this powerful reality of potential and purpose that lies dormant on the inside of every person. So the last lesson that I learned many lessons, but another important lesson that I learned is that my degree of success in my future was dependent upon my degree of purpose in my present. See, this is one thing that I learned that will stay with me all the days of my life, is the fact that answering those three important questions allowed me to control my degree of purpose. And that's one of the biggest hidden secrets, one of the best kept secrets in personal growth, spiritual growth that you ever hear. That's what I discovered. That's why I'm so excited to be able to share this secret with you, because there's a real you on the inside that's waiting to be discovered. And guess what? You can control your degree of purpose. And I want to show you how to do that, because what I learned, even though I was a student of personal development, personal growth, spiritual growth, I heard a lot of gurus talk about purpose and allude to purpose. But one thing that I learned was that they never mentioned the systems and the strategies that allow us to control the degree of purpose in our present, so we can increase the degree of the degree of success in our future. And that's what I want to share with you in that next video. So here's what I need you to do. Go to the bottom of this video. Click on the Learn More button. All right. Don't walk away from this video. You walk away from this video, you're walking away from a formal introduction to the real you. And I promise you, you're going to be introduced to the real you one way or another. So here it is, an opportunity that's going to give you a formal introduction. So make sure you click on that button below, learn more, and let me help you in this powerful journey to discover the best kept secrets that's hidden in your real you.